Let's get back to one of our leading stories now. 6 people have died in KwaZulu-Natal due to the stormy weather and persistent rainfall over the past few days. The South African Weather Service issuing an orange level 5 warning for rain and thunder showers for 5 provinces today. Joining us is Samantha Meyrick, who is IPSS Medical Rescue spokesperson, and joins us now. Samantha, thank you so much for the time. A difficult time for all of these families. Won't you give us the latest with regards to the situation? Any more fatalities? Any more injuries?
Our team pulled out earlier this afternoon. We attended to 2 scenes where there had been structural collapses. People's homes had been destroyed. In total, from those 2 sites, 3 bodies were sadly recovered. Anything further, unfortunately, we have not been involved in. We did pull out earlier today as there was no more need for our search and rescue team on the ground.
These are 3 additional bodies to the ones that we're reporting on. And are these people that are actually safe right now? Are they all right? Are they in hospital? Or are they unfortunately passed away?
No, sadly, they were within their homes. Apparently, the mudslides took place at about 2 a.m. this morning. Those mudslides destroyed 2 homes with, in one home, it was a man at home alone. Unfortunately, he sadly succumbed, to the mudslide. In another home, I believe it was a family of 4. From reports, the 2 children were able to escape safely. Unfortunately, their parents were still inside the home.
Yeah. Right now, we're reporting on areas like Adams Mission as well as Wamakuta. Are there other areas? How widespread is the devastation?
Fortunately, the amount of flooding that has caused damage seems to be more restricted to infrastructure, roads that have been damaged or flooded certain areas. Unfortunately, in the, Wamakuta area on the south coast, they did experience mudslides when one of their stormwater pipes did burst, just from the sheer volume of rain that was experienced last night. So sadly, it is mostly confined to that area where people have been displaced and lost their homes.
Is there a need for evacuation in certain areas? And is that warning sort of being made or perhaps called to some of the residents to be aware of this and perhaps needing to evacuate?
Not from what I've heard. I do know the warning was specifically for Wednesday night into Thursday. Sitting here in KZN, the weather does seem significantly better than it was last night. However, when we've had this volume of rain, we always run the risk that any further rain, can cause flooding far quicker than originally, with the ground being saturated, and rivers already full. There is a risk of rivers now flooding, roads flooding. So people always have to be aware, especially after heavy rains.
Are you still continuing the search?
As far as I know, no. The search has been called off at those 2 particular structural collapses with all occupants accounted for. It now comes down to having to clean up and for those families to try and recover from that devastation.
Yeah. What happens post this, however? And I'm not assuming you would know with regards to restoration of homes or anything of the sort, but would you get called in as well to help rescue or aid any people that are in need as well post this situation as things begin to dry up?
So from our side, we don't generally offer aid in the terms of assisting people after they've lost their homes. Our scope is, we're more focused on the rescue and recovery of people when, their lives are at risk or, we're trying to recover a loved one. However, we do work with a lot of organizations like Al-Imdad who do go in afterwards to assist. I do know the councillors were out in full force this morning, taking account, checking in with families that had been, affected. And I do know in KZN, our COGTA minister gets very, very involved every time we do experience a flood.
Yeah, this is one where we're certainly going to need quite significant updates. And hopefully, as you said, the weather begins to ease up as it is perhaps beginning to do now. We really appreciate the time. Samantha Meyrick, IPSS Medical Rescue spokesperson there, just helping us understand the situation as it currently stands out of particular areas in KwaZulu-Natal.